no plan to steal, to lie, to cheat, to do things. The bottom line is we want to make a recreation experience for these kids in town as good as it possibly can be. We come short quite a bit, but we try. And you want to know something? I'd rather say I tried and failed than not try at all. But we're here at this point. We tried, we failed. But more importantly, you all failed the town too. Okay? That plan that you're talking about, listen, we're volunteers. We could have used some help putting that plan together and getting more information together. Listen, did we make mistakes along the way? Was there information that you should have had that you didn't have? You bet you're behind the ones. Of course there was. But it should have been discussed. It should have been put together. And it should have been worked on as a team rather than adversaries. Okay? The thing is, you know, this is the 800-pound gorilla in the room. The community center building. Okay? Here's the thing. It's now a rusting pile of crap sitting in the PAL parking lot. And we have no one but ourselves to thank for that happening. I think I've said my piece, and I really appreciate you listening to me tonight, but I really think you need to seriously, to a man, go take a look in the mirror, say, am I doing the right thing by the town? Sitting up here doing what I'm doing, which in many cases is nothing. And that's my approach. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you listening to what we have to say.
Before you go, does anyone have any questions from the council? Thank you very much.
No, Dennis, let me just continue my comments. What led to my comment about the contract formality is over, we fought the biggest question in my mind, everybody else is, what is this project going to cost entirely?
$900,000, including the $300,000. $900,000 in total is about what I would expect this to cost. And again, here's the thing. I'm not an engineer. I'm not an expert, but I can tell you. I saw the quotes, and I can tell. First of all, I'm not an expert, but you want to know something? I bet you I know more about concrete and foundations than you do. And you know why? Because I work with the PAL. We put that foundation in, and I challenge any engineer to say it's not done correctly. And here's the thing: that quote that you have is way off. But you want to know something? That doesn't matter, man. It's done. It's done.
Actually, I wasn't answering your question. I was stating what the obvious question has been, and we finally got an estimate from our engineer for the three items: foundation, the cost of erecting it, and the cost of the site work, that is the water retention system. The three items which the $300,000 was supposed to pay for, which, by the way, isn't even $300,000. The latest number is $269.
Probably in the area of 260.
And you're going to have the DEP violation. It's going to go down, and then you've got $8,000 allocated to.
The point is, every single day there are events which no one anticipated. So the 300 isn't 300 anymore, it's 261. The costs that we thought would be covered by 300 are far in excess. Again, what led me to make that comment is there was a suggestion of someone from the PAL going out and getting estimates from a local contractor. This is a borough project. We have to do it by the formal bidding process. And what I thought, what I said was informal is not going to answer the question. It's not going to do what's needed here. We need to know what the ultimate costs are going to be, because I have no doubt that the PAL sincerely finish this project by donations and et cetera. In the event you can't, the borough is obligated. So if we were to say, yes, we're obligating the borough for a cost which, if you say 900, my guess was going to be about $1 million, might be more than that, I don't know. But the point is, we're obligating the borough for something we don't have the answer to. And with this many loose ends, how can we go forward? And that's not even discussing the site.
Well, and again, the point is, after tonight, you don't need to move forward. Now, again, if there is some poor sap who comes up here with this whirlwind idea, where Donald Trump walks through that door and says, listen, I'm going to give you guys $2 million to put up a community center, God help him with what he's going to have to go through to get that done. I mean, Here's the thing. This isn't a scary number. This isn't a scary number, $900,000. It doesn't scare the PAL. It doesn't scare the people in the community, center building. I really do believe we would have found a way to make that happen with little or no cost to the taxpayers of Bergenfield. You need a working site to really make that building pay for itself. That's the bottom line. And in order to get that site working, yes, it's probably going to require about another 600 in addition to the 260, 50, 40, whatever it is now that you currently have. But again, when we're talking about things, that garage that we put up that they want to knock down, that probably would have cost the borough, and I'm just going to throw a wild guess out there, probably in the neighborhood of $90,000 to put that building up, to erect that building. We did it for less than 20. And again, we did that on the backs of volunteers. The material cost doesn't change. Labor is expensive, very expensive. And I don't propose that I know how to put up a recreation building, a building of that size, or lay a foundation of that size, or lay a floor of that size and do it correctly. I'd be out of my mind to think that I could do that. But I can tell you that there are some things that are on that list that the people of the PAL are fully capable of executing and reducing those costs significantly. But again, at this point, there's no point in talking because again, it's not about, if you said tonight, listen, we got to change our heart, we're going to go ahead with this thing, we're going to move ahead with this thing. Here's the thing, guys. It's not about me and you anymore. It's about every obstacle we're going to face along the way, getting that thing up. And the damage it's doing to the community, and more importantly, to people like Arrow. I don't want to see anyone go through what Mr. Gilman's gone through. What this man has gone through is horrendous. You may all be thinking that this is a great thing, but the town of Bergenfield has lost their biggest asset. You may not realize it, you may not agree with it, but they lost their biggest asset. This man cared more about the town than he cared about anything else. And you kicked dirt on him. You didn't back him up. You didn't do the right things by him. He was run out of town on a campaign of false allegations about the PAL and what was going on up there. I challenge you all tomorrow, get in your car, walk to the PAL, go look at the abortion that is called the PAL, and tell me what you see besides a structure sitting in a parking lot that deserves to be sitting on a foundation. Tell me what you see up there that's out of place. I challenge you to do it, because you want to know something? The next day, I will tell you this. I'll be there to fix it. If you find something wrong, I'll be there to fix it. As far as the DEP violation, we have not been informed of anything on what to do. We were told, sit tight. We'll figure this out. We'll get this worked out with the DEP. Listen, at this point, that garage has got to go down. Take it down. Don't count on us to do it. Don't count on us to do it.
Let me say the DEP has not responded yet. I doubt very much that they would ask you to take it down or anybody.
But I think that there would be some individuals that are going to get up and speak after me. I think that that's probably a real good idea. Before you vote on anything like that, I don't know how many of you have been, there's a lot of traffic going through the PA all day. I don't know how many of you have been up there and looked. And you should go up there. You should walk through the building. You should look at the structure. You should look at the work that was done, the craftsmanship that was used. You should go in that snack stand. You should tour the snack stand and see the work that's been done there. These things were all said to have been bad things. Here's the thing. If we did bad, I'm proud. I'm proud to be part of that. I'll be proud to be part of that community that did these nasty, awful things to that property. I'm proud. And I urge you, go up there and look. And then you make the decision for yourself whether or not this is an awful thing, a blight on humanity that we've done here. Because that's the way it's being treated, guys. 9 trees, 8 trees, whatever it was, that came down. The borough, by the way, Mr. McGowan, they did a wonderful job putting and straightening that out and getting the stumps done and making that look presentable so that it's not an eyesore anymore. Because it was a big eyesore. But it looks a lot nicer than it did before. But let's face facts. If you're going to put up a building, you're going to have to take down those trees. That's why those trees came down. December, you made a decision to say go ahead. We went ahead. That's why we did what we did. We didn't do it based on, well, we're jumping the gun. You all voted to say, go ahead, we're going to get that site ready. I realize Green Acres had to happen. But as far as I'm concerned, you could vote tonight if you wanted to on Green Acres. And if you all approved it, Green Acres is not going to overturn it. They're not going to do it. They're going to take your word that this is the right thing to do for the town of Bergenfield. That's why you're here. That's why you're here. So, again, if we've done things wrong, in your mind, I'm going to tell you, I don't feel we have anything to apologize for. But I really do believe in my heart that you have lost quite a bit of respect in town with some of the volunteer organizations. There are people who are for this. They're afraid to come up here. They don't want to get beat up. They don't want to get their names put in the paper. They don't want to be glued down. They don't want to be over-talked. I got news for you. This will probably be the last time you guys see me for a while. Last time you see me for a while. I have other things, more important things to do than to sit here and tell you guys how to do your jobs. That's what you were elected to do. Okay? If I find a problem with it, there's always a new election coming up, and I can change my mind and change my vote and change my decision. But that's what I put you here for. That's what everybody in this room put you here for, was to make decisions about decisions for this town. Quite honestly, we could put up a website, get 27,000 people to vote on every little thing. You want to pay the borough employees? Let's go to the website, check the results. Okay, we're not making payroll this week because we don't have a majority to say yes. But that's not how government works, guys. You're here because you have to make those tough decisions on what you're going to do. That's the bottom line. And again, I went on way past the time limit that you had allocated for me. And again, for anyone I've offended, I apologize. If you really think that I'm not speaking to you. But again, I look at myself before I accept that apology and really look at, did you do the right thing by this town? Did you do the right thing by the volunteers in this town? Did you do the right thing by the organizations in this town that have been around longer than most of you have been alive?
Thank you. I'd just like to make a few comments. As far as I know, JL has never asked for more than $300,000, which is now some $260,000. When you had planned to raise the rest of the money on their own, it wouldn't be done immediately, it would have taken some time. What concerns me is, I've been in this town a long time. One thing, we have volunteers throughout this town. PAL, with Little League, we have auxiliary police, we have fire department, we have an ambulance corps, library volunteers, and I just wonder, and building fund, I don't know about anybody else, but I just wonder how this is going to affect our volunteers. And I hope it does not affect them negatively, because we cannot afford to pay what our volunteers give us. And I would like a motion to recess until 8 o'clock. Anybody would make that motion? Roll call.